Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has ordered a review of police and intelligence services following a deadly shooting on Sydney's Bondi Beach that left 15 people dead. Albanese said the government would examine whether security agencies have the powers, structures and information sharing arrangements needed to keep Australians safe. The incident occurred on December 14th during a Hanukkah celebration. One alleged gunman was killed by police at the scene, while his son remains under police guard in hospital and faces multiple charges, including terrorism and murder. A large power outage struck San Francisco on Saturday, leaving about 125,000 residents without electricity, according to city emergency officials and utility provider Pacific Gas and Electric Company. The San Francisco Department of Emergency Management warned residents to call 911 only for life-threatening emergencies, avoid non-essential travel, and treat non-functioning traffic signals as four-way stops. Officials also advised keeping refrigerator and freezer doors closed and turning off major appliances to prevent power surges. The blackout caused traffic congestion across parts of the city and forced some businesses to temporarily shut down. India have elected to field first against Pakistan in the final of the Under-19 Asia Cup at the ICCA Dubai. The green shirts are off to a decent start with the bat against the arch-rivals. Usman Khan and Samir Minhas look to stitch a big partnership after Hamza Zahour's dismissal. India will be high in confidence after beating Pakistan by a comprehensive 90-run margin in the group stage. At least 11 people have been killed and several others wounded after armed men opened fire at a licensed tavern in the Beckersdale township near Johannesburg. The attack occurred just before 1 a.m. local time, when about 12 suspects arrived in vehicles and shot at patrons before fleeing the scene. Police have launched a manhunt for those responsible. The United States has intercepted an oil tanker in international waters off the coast of Venezuela, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed, days after President Donald Trump announced a blockade on all sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving the country. It marks the second such interception in recent weeks, as the US ramps up military presence in the region. Noem said the tanker had last docked in Venezuela, stressing that Washington would continue targeting illicit oil shipments used to fund narco-terrorism. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has said that any armed intervention in Venezuela would be a humanitarian catastrophe, warning it would set a dangerous global precedent. Speaking at a Mercosur summit in southern Brazil, Lula criticized escalating US pressure on Caracas, including President Donald Trump's order to block sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers, and echoed calls for restraint alongside Mexico's leadership. Michaela Benthaus, a 33-year-old German aerospace and mechatronics engineer at the European Space Agency, has become the first wheelchair user to travel beyond the Kármán line, the widely recognized boundary of outer space. Benthaus flew aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard capsule, launching from near Van Horn, Texas. The mission, NS-37, marked Blue Origin's 16th suborbital space tourism flight, highlighting the company's goal of expanding access to space beyond traditional astronaut profiles. 7 elephants have been killed and 1 injured after a Delhi-bound train struck a herd in Assam's Hojai district. The collision occurred at a site not designated as an elephant corridor. Despite the pilot applying emergency brakes, the elephants moved toward the train, leading to the derailment of the locomotive and 5 coaches. No passengers were injured. Rail services on the affected section have been diverted as restoration work continues. Mitchell Starc claimed 3 wickets as Australia wrap up an 82-run victory on day 5 of the 3rd Ashes Test at Adelaide Oval, securing an unassailable 3-0 lead in the series. Chasing a world record 435, England fought into the second session, but were bowled out for 352, with Scott Boland taking the final wicket. The loss marks England's 4th straight Ashes defeat in Australia after just 3 tests, extending their poor run to 16 losses in their last 18 matches down under. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.